All right, folks, this is it. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The return of the Subway Subfast. And I got some plans on how I'm going to do this. This is going to be a different Subway Subfast than from in the past. I'm a poet and didn't know it. All right, so the plan is basically to eat Subway every other day. And I can't wait for my first foot long. I'm going to eat a foot long sub every other day. And we're going to eat different ones. Nothing is safe on that Subway menu. There's so many Subways to choose from that I don't even know where to start. Eating a sub, that's the most exciting thing that I can do for myself because it is like my favorite food. If there was one food that I could live off of for the rest of my life, it would be Subway. If that was my only choice. I like all foods, but Subway is absolute my favorite. And we were losing weight on Subway way before this guy ever come into the picture. And I feel like he just took advantage of the situation, you know, for the times. Knew that social media was about to take off and made a name for himself by doing that. Because really, truly, no one really ever seen him eat the subs because, you know, he had some guy picking it up for him in the beginning. You know, picking it up for him, bringing it back to his room. Stuff like that, if you read up on it, I don't think it was 100% legit. But I am going to make it 100% legit the way I plan to do it because I am going to do the alternate day fast Subway Slim Down. We'll call it the ADF Subfasting. ADF Subfast Slim Down begins today. Every town I go to, there's literally a Subway around every corner. Some of these buildings stand gloriously as an independent brick and mortar building on their own, such as this one here. And the characters that you see in Subway, you never know. Subway is literally everywhere you go. Even the old classic buildings that they have remodeled and made new again, they just seem to be everywhere. In every little town. So far I have showed you 3 that are available to me within just one town. And don't worry, I have more to show you before it's all over with. This is the very first Subway that I can remember back in the late 80s to come to this town where I live. Alright, so yesterday I went through an alternate day fast. And I started showing you some of the Subways that was in one town. So today I will show you some more in other towns and other directions. At least one more I know of I can show you today. There are others, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get around to seeing them today because of obligations I have. But trust me, they are there. I think I counted about 8 different subways that I can get to in any direction from my house. Some a little further than others, but roughly the furthest one away may be no more than about 20 miles. Closest one may be, 7 to 10 miles away. So, needless to say, it's everywhere. And it's always been promoted as a healthy choice. People were losing Subway, like I said yesterday, long before there was a Subway diet. And they didn't even use the 2 sandwiches that were used in the specific Subway diet that was made popular by a moron. But nonetheless, it still exists. It's still going strong. People fill these things up, despite what the popular channels on YouTube will tell you about Subway being in trouble. I don't see it. Around lunchtime, I don't care which Subway you go to, it's packed. And they're moving people in and out of the drive-thru and on the inside of all of these stores. All of them. And it's, it's kind of, aggravating when you go there and they've got so many customers, but I've been to Jersey Mike's too on a packed lunchtime schedule. And because they got to sit there and cut the meats, it takes even longer. I've waited over an hour at Jersey Mike's in line to get a sub one time. I said never again. Never again. The sub was good, don't get me wrong. It was good in its own right. Like I've always said, just because there's 2 restaurants that sell the same thing, you may have your preferences, but each are good in their own way. Subway definitely has the better vegetables for sure. And in my opinion, I like the meats at Subway better. The Italian sub at Jersey Mike's, they got a really strong smoky flavor on that ham, and that's where people get confused because it hits them endorphin. But the ham flavor on it's so strong, it just covers up the salami and the pepperoni on there. If I want an Italian sub, I want to get those Italian tastes to come through, and to me, Subway does a better job at that. But that's just my opinion. If you really want to taste a good, strong tasting Italian sub, go to Firehouse Subs, if you got one available to you. They have a really, really strong Italian tasting sub for sure. But they serve all of theirs hot. You don't get the cold option with them, so I don't go there much. I like the cold sandwiches. But, everybody has their preference. Everybody has their opinion. And don't shoot the messenger boy, because I can tell you right now, these Subways down here are packed. And I've never seen any of them go out of business. I don't know what they'd be talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna go home, get a weigh-in just before I go to get my first sub on this alternate day sub fast that I am doing. So y'all stay tuned for that.